Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another What's This Week's Word of the Week? So, I've brought you out on location because the weather is absolutely beautiful today. The sun is shining, it's lovely and baking warm. It's nice summery weather for a not so sunny England most of the time. I'm going to probably do this in one take because it's exam periods and I don't have forever to edit it. I miscalculated how many exams I have. I still have 4 to go. Do you have any exams? Are there any of you out there sitting exams, probably watching this to get out of revising for the exams? Or have most people I know have finished their exams. So have you finished? Do you think you went well? Let's change the subject from exams, because you're clearly watching this because you don't want to revise for your exams, which means probably you want to forget about your exams. And I've just been talking really fast for quite a long period of time, haven't I, Sid? Oh, also, last time I did this, I know the focus started being really dodgy, and it just casually started focusing on everything. But I've played with the settings, and I've just found the autofocus turn off feature. So hopefully, assuming that I was in focus from the beginning, I will be in focus throughout the entire video, which should be nice. This is the main problem with shooting with a kind of a DSLR, because the autofocus is a bit of and it's really difficult to fight. I'm just hoping that just because I've turned that off, it doesn't, the automatic mode doesn't automatically try and deal with the changing in light situations as I go into the nice cool shade. So it's been quite a while because of the exams that I've spoken to a camera, and this has been quite difficult. I've tried to start it 3 times. I've tried to walk up this path, and the length of me walking up it was me starting the video, realising that I've said something stupid and deleting the video, starting again from scratch, and thusly so. So I'm starting again, and I'm doing it in one take, so I don't care if I say something wrong, say something I wasn't going to say, or blah 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 blah. So, let's get back down to business. We need to do an interesting word of the week, because that's what day it is. It's the time for the interesting word of the week. I'm just trying to look ahead to see if anyone's gonna bump into me, which I really don't really want to do, because it's kind of an awkward thing to do. I'll have to pretend there's something on the lens or something, and I'm trying to get it off, or something ridiculous like that. Maybe cut it. I don't really want to cut it though. I'm getting sidetracked really easily. I think the main reason I brought you out here is because I'm trying to get used to talking to the camera again, especially for long periods of time, because I want to start doing it, okay? And yes, I'll be trying to get used to it. Okay, so what is this week's interesting word of the week? You already know, because it's in the title of the video. But I don't know yet, because I haven't I haven't randomly searched for this word as of yet. So let's randomly search for it in this screenshot I took of the dictionary earlier. And I have found out, stop doing that. And I have found out that this week's interesting word of the week is Transmogrify. Transmogrify. Why am I closing the dictionary? Yes. So Transmogrify. What an interesting word of the week. This is a little bit of fun trivia for you. This was the word that This was the word that I decided would be. This doesn't make sense. You don't make sense. Talk normally in a nice logical accent, in a nice English proper accent where people can understand you. Okay, so this was the word which I read by complete coincidence from a book. I read it in a book, and I tried to find what book it was, but I have a belief that it is in Sacred by Dennis Lane, which I don't happen to have with me at any moment in time, because I'm waiting for someone else to finish reading it before I can put it onto my bookshelf. You're probably watching this, I'm not sure, maybe. But read it, because it's really good. Yeah, Sacred by Dennis Lane, it's one of the best books I've ever read. It was brilliant. And anyway, it might be in this book, but I'm not sure. But Transmogrify was in it, and upon reading this word, it was about 12:30 at night, and I always read before I go to bed, go to sleep, because I need to calm down, get rid of my, right, Sydney? Get rid of my over-energeticness before bed, and read. So, upon seeing this word, I instantly got up, looked for a dictionary, tried to figure out what it's worth, because what's the point in reading a book if you don't understand the words? So I got my dictionary out, figured out what the word was, and thought, wow, that's quite an interesting word, and instantaneously spawned the idea of this series, the interesting word of the week. So you have this song, you have this word to thank, and/or hate for starting this series off in the first place. Depending on your views on this series, whether you like it or not. But you're watching it, so maybe, unless you casually just wanted to search what this word... Ah, good lord. So, transmogrify means to change in appearance or form, especially strangely or grotesquely transform. So that means that if something is changed, say changes shape, like, oh, that's a good idea, since we're out in the open. My arm kills, this camera weighs a freaking ton. Okay, since we're out in the open, this could mean the change or the transmogrification, I'm assuming that's a word, the transmogrification of a caterpillar into a moth or a butterfly, depending on whether you're an optimistic kind of person. I'm reading a book about a moth. People put caterpillars into I'm pretty scared because there could be anyone on the other side of this fence. This isn't a fence, it's a hedge. Yeah, so transmogrification is the change of, yeah, Sydney, is the change of form, usually grotesquely. So you could say that it's more likely to be in the form of a, it might have been in Silence of the Lambs. It wasn't in Silence of the Lambs. It wasn't that long ago. What was I saying? It could be the change of something into something else. So, but it's usually grotesquely, so it's probably not for a butterfly. It's a bad change. It's like a transformation for the worse, if you know what I mean. You could, it's like going on to something like, God, I don't know, some form of one of those stupid fashion shows where you get a new makeover and whatever, and they end up turning you into a ugly, over makeup wearing, ugly thing, instead of what you were, which was looking natural, which is nice. And makeup isn't generally needed, it just transmogrifies you into something that isn't what you are, and you are what you are, and what you are is beautiful. That got a bit deep then. I wasn't even planning on talking about that. Okay then, so let's get the thesaurus out. Which pocket did I place it in? It's a very summery day, although the clouds have just gone in. Ooh. Does that look like a Pixar kind of thing? It's probably out of focus. But the clouds, whenever I see clouds like that, I just think of like, is it Toy Story where he's got clouds as a wallpaper? These are what videos look like when I don't cut them out, except I'm talking exceptionally fast this time because I don't really want to upload a 30-minute long video. 15 minutes is long enough, and it's probably going to hit 15 minutes. I can only apologise for that. Okay, so other words for transmogrify include, and I can't read it because other words for transmogrify include. How many times am I going to say that before I actually start reading them out? It's anticipation, that's what it is. I'm holding you in suspense. It's like a cliffhanger, but you're going to find out in the next 3 seconds. Other words for transmogrify include alter, apply. What? Download apparently. Interchange, make. Good lord, modify, remodel, reorganize, restyle, switch, switch over, transfigure, that's a good one, transmute, and transpose. We'll end on a musical one. I've got no idea why. We'll just end on the musical one. So there are the words for transmogrify. You can use any of those in its place, but I would strongly recommend using transmogrify in place of any of those, because transmogrify is an interesting word. Hence its decision to be chosen randomly for the interesting word of the week. How much sense am I making? I'm probably going to watch this back and want to cut loads out, but I'm not going to, because this is what I'm like, pure. Yeah. Yes. So, since we're on a time limit and this video is already exceptionally long and we've only done the thesaurus part, I'm going to quickly go to the Urban Dictionary to find out what this week's interesting word of the week means to the Urban Dictionary people. There is someone ahead of me. I'm going to turn around casually so that I don't bump into them later. And hopefully no one's been following me. Although you probably know if someone's been following me, you've been looking behind me most probably. Especially if that's in focus and I'm not, which would be a shame. Okay, so transmogrify, according to Urban Dictionary, means the process of changing an entity or object, oftentimes at a genetic or subatomic level, into a new and different entity via biochemical manipulation or laser refracted heliostasis. That is an exceptionally detailed answer for Urban Dictionary. I'm surprised at you. You usually think of smutty, childish definitions, which are usually funny. But that is quite a good definition. I'm not sure how true it is, to be honest. I'm out in the open. It's not like I can whip out my laptop and Google it. Although I could do it on my phone, but I'm not going to. And their reason or example for this is, although we are unable to use the data in its rare form, we are able to transmogrify it into an acceptable format for our data warehouse. Which is good, actually. You could transmogrify bits of data into other pieces of data, and that could be grotesquely, because you can transform something of really high quality, like really high quality raw footage from a video camera, into an MPEG, which is obviously less beautiful and less detailed in its what am I trying to say? This has been a great, interesting word of the week. I brought you out because I've just got some lights for home, so that it's not so badly. There is someone behind me. Wait there. How long was she following me? How long was I walking with someone who's trying to jog behind me, hearing me talk to myself with a camera which isn't quite subtle or discreet because it's huge, or marginally huge. Oh my good lord. Oh, how embarrassing was that? Anyway, back to a point. Well, there we go. I better get used to situations like that, eh? So, I brought you out because I've recently ordered some lights for home, and I can't currently record at home because people are inside, and I'm not very good at recording in public, apparently. But unless I don't know they're there. And she's literally ran off now, and she's now walking again, just to get away from the awkward situation that was. Woo! So, I hope you've enjoyed this week's video. I really do enjoy walking around and talking to a camera, no matter how thingy I am. I like documenting things. I usually talk a lot more, and I'm not sure if it's a good thing, but I usually talk a lot more when I'm walking around in the open with a camera instead. Just me and my dog, maybe other people around. I might do this more often. I've probably already decided that I'm going to do it more often, but I'm leading you into it, so you get a thing. I might trial doing a daily thing. You know what I'm talking about, Gil. She knows that I just talked to her. She's probably not watching it, but who knows. So, I'm going to have to bid you farewell because there is another person behind me. I'm not sure who's in front of me, and I don't really want another awkward situation like that again. I hope I haven't talked too fast for you. I hope you haven't got bored sitting there watching this incredibly long video. And I would like to bid you farewell, so I would have to remind you, like I always do, because you always seem to forget, you don't seem to remember all the time, that you can see last week's video by clicking in the top left hand corner of the screen, and it's very small, so you've got to aim very well. And you can see next week's video when I do it by clicking in the top right hand corner of the screen as usual. Also, there's links in the description to other things I do. You've noticed I've stopped doing the outro, basically because it's such a massive time waster and it just takes a hell of a lot of time to do. I don't think it's very effective, so I've left it. It's all in the description if you want to find it. So after this very awkward video, me talking exceptionally fast, not knowing if I'm focusing or not, if I'm in focus or not, probably not making any sense whatsoever, I will bid you farewell. So, hopefully, I'll catch you later.